We are back with a wrestling news roundup right in the middle of the week, or almost right in the middle. We got a lot of WWE and AEW news to talk about. Drew McIntyre putting WWE 2K22 over big time and confirming he worked on a couple of things already and more. So hit those notifications and let's just get into it. And following this week's AEW Dynamite, there's a lot of things trending, a lot of it because of CM Punk and MJF. What an incredible promo that was, a good back and forth between these two, and there was a lot of mocking and a lot of shots taken. Let's go through them just in case you guys missed it. To start off, we had MJF bringing up the fact that CM Punk never brought him up during the press, and even indicating that anything MJF says is better than a pipe bomb, which was the best thing CM Punk ever did, but that was 10 years ago. CM Punk responded by saying that he's disappointed in MJF and he knows that MJF has a poster of CM Punk on his wall. He talked about shouting up MJF last week without saying a word, and went on to call MJF a less famous Miz, which obviously got a massive reaction. I don't know if CM Punk was trying to put over the Miz here, but it was great. Back to MJF on the mic, he ended up referring to CM Punk as PG Punk and questioned how much straight edge he is, as he hasn't proved none of that since joining AEW and being out for 7+ years, which led to MJF indicating that CM Punk might as well be preaching hustle, loyalty, and respect. MJF mocked John Cena by doing the "you can't see me," went on to put down some of CM Punk's achievements over the last 7 years, such as his comic book works and his movies, some of which weren't really that bad. But you know, MJF needed a comeback. MJF added that in the other company, people looked at Punk as a hero that should have been the #1 guy, but added that CM Punk has been second best to John Cena and Triple H, and things will be the same for him in AEW. That was a good one. We know the history between CM Punk and John Cena, and we specifically know the history between CM Punk and Triple H, and that one is the most heated one. To more or less get the last laugh, CM Punk comeback was that the only way MJF will be #1 on AEW is if we wait long enough for Tony Khan to have a daughter and MJF to go after her. This was obviously another reference to Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. There was a lot of clapback right here that made this an awesome 20+ minute segment of these two just going back and forth at each other. And I was literally glued to my TV watching it. AEW doesn't usually start off with these type of promos. They usually start off with a banging matchup instead. But no complaint here because this start to Dynamite was awesome. And when a promo is done as good as this one, I don't necessarily mind AEW referencing so many things WWE related, because it's good banter to continue that storyline and it does make sense. CM Punk we're talking about and his history with everyone mentioned adds to all of this. And before we get into some more news, a happy Thanksgiving to all of you guys, and I apologize that the upload has been a little bit slow over the last 2 weeks. Simply been taking notes and working on something in the background to switch things up and upgrade it to the next level. So within the next couple of days, I would definitely let you guys know what's up with that. With that said, getting into some of the quick news for this week's roundup, there has been a lot of talk about Superstar's contract ending, and one of those is for Johnny Gargano. The latest in regards to this is that apparently Johnny Gargano has signed a 1-week contract extension with WWE that would take him through NXT War Games on Sunday, December 5th. According to Fightful Select, this is very similar to what happened with Adam Cole, where he signed a contract extension onto the next pay-per-view so that he could finish off his current storyline. Report emphasized that Johnny Gargano has not signed a full brand new deal with WWE, but obviously they're working on it. And apparently WWE sources have spoken highly of Johnny Gargano for doing this, extending the contract for a couple of weeks, because it is clear that right now he has other offers, which, let's be honest, is not a surprise because Johnny Gargano has been on top of the NXT brand for over 4 years now. On to some other other news, on Monday, we got to see Seth Rollins getting attacked by a fan, and hopefully this is something that doesn't happen ever again to any wrestler. Since I missed a couple of uploads, we haven't talked about this at all. But to give you guys the rundown and the latest in regards to it, based on a lot of the social media posting, Seth Rollins Attacker appears to be someone who was catfished and scammed out of money by someone who claimed to be Seth Rollins. From the Wrestling Observer Radio, they indicated that the guy follows Seth Rollins on Instagram, but it wasn't the real Seth Rollins, obviously. Instead, it was someone portraying to be Seth Rollins, and some way, somehow, this quote-unquote fan believed all of this, leading to the guy writing a bunch of checks to Seth Rollins, apparently worth about $3,000 worth of checks, all of which ultimately bounced back, getting Seth Rollins Attacker's girlfriend in trouble because she was the one writing the checks. So she got arrested for writing these fraudulent checks, which he blames on Seth Rollins. Of course, the real Seth Rollins had no knowledge of all of this. And the more updates that I read in regards to this situation, the more ridiculous that it gets. The fan did apologize to WWE, even indicating that he was just trying to help out Finn Balor. On to some other news, the latest in regards to Ronda Rousey. During a gaming stream on her Facebook page, Ronda Rousey was asked if she was still under contract with WWE, which led to her responding the following, which was interesting, and I quote, I don't think I am, but who knows? That's a question for the lawyers. She obviously would know, but she's trying to play it off. This is interesting because Ronda Rousey's close friend Shayna Baszler teased the fact that Ronda could be coming back very soon. During an interview, she was asked if she thinks that Ronda Rousey is coming back. I think she will come back. If I know Ronda, she's coming back. End quote. And obviously, Shayna Baszler knows Ronda Rousey very well. Last bit of news, we're talking WWE 2K22, and it looks like Drew McIntyre have been putting the extra work for the game and is really looking forward to even playing it. WWE 2K have obviously looked to repair their damaged reputation since WWE 2K20, and last week we got that big reveal that there's so many brand new features coming back. We did a full breakdown on it, and there's still more to talk about it, so make sure to tune in. But after all of that, we had the two-time WWE champion Drew McIntyre confirming his involvement in WWE 2K22's development, and even revealing to Fightful that WWE 2K are desperate to make next year's title absolutely perfect. He stated the following, it's been awesome and ongoing for a while. I've been filming some different stuff for it, filming some liners, doing the scans. There has been a lot of effort into this game. I think the last one, how things turned out, they weren't great. They own that and know that and are making sure this one is absolutely perfect. I can't wait to play because I know how hard they've been working on it, and it's going to be freaking awesome when it comes out. It almost feels like Drew McIntyre already played the game and had a bit of a taste of it and is genuinely excited for it. And after we all saw the recent reveals, let me know down in the comments below how excited are you guys as well. So that is what I got for you guys on this wrestling news roundup. If you guys enjoyed, found it informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications. You guys been awesome. I'll catch you on the next one. Dig it!